I'm going to give this place, Bodeguita Romero, one last chance because they have this signature meal called a Pringa. It's apparently the best Pringa in town, so we'll just see. I mean, it wasn't terrible last time I went, just that the meal I got was fairly underwhelming. It was chicken, sorry, not chicken, turkey roll. So we'll go down just into this street. It's very close, and I'll give it that second chance and make my assessment, because it's a mixture of a number of meats, this particular Pringa. So we'll just see how it goes. And that's the place there. I'll just see if there's any. They're sitting outside. I don't know if there's any available sitting. It's not too busy. It might be okay. I don't know. Oh well, I just couldn't get a seat there. Totally packed out, and more people turning up. It was hopeless. So that's a first. So to try again. Well, I can't do it tomorrow because I'm going to be. Well, I might be able to get on the way back. I'm going to be watching the football, so that'll be. If it's on, I should be there till about 2 o'clock, and then. Yeah, no, it should be able to do it tomorrow. But I'm never struck at the place that busy. You usually get a seat. The guy pointed too around the other side of the bar, as if there was a spare seat. There were no spare seats. Everyone was taken. I was thinking I couldn't get into Romero. I went back to the old store here, the Casa. I think the name of this place. But I've been here a few times. Anyway, this is. Yeah, Casa Morales. Yeah, that's the Pringa. I've got the Pringa there, so I'm going to battle of the Pringas. And interesting how they serve it. As you can see, it's pretty quiet. It's really nice because it's quite warm inside with the fans going. It's really, really good. Anyway, I'll check these out. I had their stewed meat before, so it's really good. So I assume it's okay. We'll see if it beats the other place. The battle is commencing. Oh, that was interesting. When I was there, I ordered 2 glasses of red wine, assuming that they were one each, because that's what it said on the menu. It said €1. And when I got the second drink, I noticed that the guy was sort of looking around for different types of wines. And I was wondering, why was he doing that if it's just like the standard sort of Vino Tinto? Because there's only one Vino Tinto on the menu. I got charged about $2.30 for each drink, so I don't know what's going on there. So I don't know how you get the cheap stuff, basically, but they've got it listed on the menu, so it's a bit strange. The Pringa was very good. They're not big, but they're very tasty, in a sort of a crumbly type of bread, not very thick, but the meat is very tasty indeed, so it'll take some beating there. Other thing that happened there, which is interest to me, I haven't seen before, is someone actually sent back a wedge of cheese that they'd ordered, and I couldn't work out what was going on there. Then I realised when the staff actually extracted this very long hair from the cheese. So, and then I sort of pointed to my head. I pulled a tuft of my own hair just when the waiter walked past. Sort of, it's the only way I could really ask him. And he didn't say yes or no. I suppose he's a bit embarrassed, so what can you do? It's a no-win situation. So he sort of just made a quick exit outside, I think, to save embarrassment. But I think it's pretty obvious it was a hare. So yeah, I haven't seen that before. They just turfed the old one. They just got rid of it. So quite a bit of wastage when you're running an organisation like that. Now I'm on my way to my next meetup. This is another Intercambio de Inglés. So the same deal as last time, I think, except this one's in a park. I almost went arse over tit walking up here. Some of these walkways are very narrow and very elevated, and I crossed the road to go to one and I just tripped while I got on the other side. Luckily didn't scrape anything. Nice change. There you go, the bus. It's all after 7 o'clock and plenty of people around. Right inside the park now. And let's facilities for kids, big surprise. Very dry. Extremely dry. We should be right down the other end and to the right, if my bearings are correct. It's a big park. These are the toilets, presumably, with lots of graffiti. Nice exotic flowers. Oh, more construction happening here. This must have some sort of, is it a circus? There's some big exhibit or circus or something, right? Can't be too much longer. And here's a place, this could be it actually. I thought it'd be further in than this, though. But I may be wrong. Okay, well, this is probably it. Okay. Yeah, I thought it'd be further over that way, but maybe they have to move or something. But that's a permanent place there. So I reckon, oh no, that's it, alright. Yeah, this is definitely it. Now I've got to find myself a UK flag somewhere. Anybody got any Union Jacks in the house? No, can't see anything. Oh well, I found out the Sylvesters are cheap, got them by the glass, €1, so that's not bad. So one thing for these gatherings, I don't go to rip-off joints, that's good. But I still see no sign of that flag, so I'm just wondering. Oh, no, it's not a flag there, is it? Oh, it's great being short-sighted. It doesn't look like a Union Jack anywhere. So I might have to ask at the bar. I'll have a drink and see how we go. Oh well, that's a bust. Could not find them. So I'll just go back to my list. There's no sign of there being any of that group there at all. No flags. No really big group of people, which you'd expect. It's supposed to be 8 people, including myself. Oh, I've got plenty to watch on the box, and I've got a bit of exercise, so I suppose it's not a dead loss. Got a lot of exercise ahead of me tomorrow. I've got to walk all the way over there to the football. And that'll keep me going. I'd be buggered if I know where they are. Yeah, it was interesting. I was at the lights there, pedestrian lights, and these cars came up to the lights and they just stopped. They didn't go through, even though I had a red light. Now I noticed there's a couple of bike riders just decided to go across and ignore the cars, which I thought was rather silly. But, yeah, they're not all great drivers or riders in this city. Quite overcast today. I hope the football's on, because that's the whole point of going all this way. I feel a bit queasy in the gut, so I was a bit reticent to go leave my place. There's a lot of noise around here, as you can tell. Oh, the supermarket's not even open. That's weird. It's Friday. Well, yes it is. I was going to say it'd be strange if it was closed. No, Mass supermarket is open, so I might pop in there on the way back. Yeah, I've got about I think it's about half hour before the actual match starts. So I'm going to get there a little early, because if it's not on, then I'll just head back and listen on the radio. So it takes about half hour to walk all the way up here, so you know, it's a bit of a commitment. But at least I get to see the whole game if it is on. And more red lights. That bike rider's about to take on the car. That guy did. He went straight across a red. Unbelievable. This car wants to get through this car. As I said, road rules don't count for much over here. There he goes. He's still in one piece. He's a lucky boy. And at least the motorist did arc up and beep him. But you've got to be on your vigils with bikes everywhere around here. I mean, it's healthy, but it's a bit harrowing for a pedestrian. Oh, it's really frustrating being up here. Today, the other TVs have switched to rugby, so no coverage of AFL at all. So it's going to be radio. I'm thinking of actually joining the streaming service. It's going to be about €22 for the grand final. That's my only hope, if we make it today. But yeah, Oneills is hopeless. If they haven't got it on, then I'd say the other ones are definitely no chance. Maybe Merchant will have the last quarter. It might be worth risking. I'm just not sure. Gee, it's irritating though. But I have to pay €22 for each week of coverage on a casual basis if you want Australian rules streamed from overseas to overseas destination like Spain. So I'm not going to do that every week. I'll do it for the grand final. But this is just, yeah, it's a nightmare over here. Whereas if you're in Vietnam, no problem. You got options. Here, nothing. So, because there's about 3 different bloody rugby matches on today, so totally destroyed it. So I was just bloody lucky the first day I was here, or the first week I was here, to see that, to see the Aussie rules. They just give it a very low priority here, but I guess there's just not enough Australians to justify it. So that's the problem. Whereas Saigon, there's stacks of Aussies and stacks of options, but I stuffed up the dates. Yeah, I mean, obviously got a lot more English here, so they're going to be looking at international rugby. I can understand it. I'm not blaming the pub. It's just I wish they'd advertise it. They don't sort of have anything online. So, mind you, it's good exercise walking down here. It's not a particularly hot day. It's quite pleasant at the moment, but it is early. It will warm up as the day goes on. The other thing is that I missed out on that meetup yesterday because the woman actually had sent a message through saying that she got caught up with the waiting for the bus. So she takes the bus there, so that's dodgy as when you want to make a place on time. So she probably got there later, but because I don't have a working SIM card, I couldn't tell that on the fly while I was out there. If I got that message, I might have just hung around and had another beer, but actually I was fairly happy not to hang around. I wasn't in a great mood to have a late night, and I was quite happy to get back to the apartment because I've been doing a bit of walking during the day. So, but you know, I'll try it maybe next week. I'm not even sure I'll go to Cadares now. I looked it up and it looks okay, but I couldn't be bothered going on a bus trip all the way down there just to see a few sights. And if I was staying there, it'd be different. If I was staying there a few nights, that would make it maybe work out better, but just for a day trip, I don't know if it's worth the effort. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.